Good afternoon, YouTube. Good Sunday and Lord's Day to you. I'm just sitting in the garage here, doing a couple things I'll show you. I've been working on this broken Breville coffee maker, and not very successfully. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix it because I got a feeling it's a potted circuit problem and not a mechanical or analog electric problem. So, but I'm just taking it apart anyway. It's done pretty good. It makes really great coffee before it broke. It's a good machine, but it has this error that keeps popping up that I can't get rid of, and I can't find any information about what it is, and it's 4 years old. So I think I've got my money worth out of it, even if it's broken. So I've been peeling it apart, trying to see if I can find anything that might fix it and make it, keep going a little longer. While I'm doing that, I'm running my file cabinet smoker that I built. This is my third cook on it, and I got some chicken, a whole chicken going in there. I might as well show you. There's chicken. It's coming up. It's my meat temperature, about 106 degrees. Smoker runs right now about 265. Just a wood firebox that's in there in that drawer. I'm not going to open it because it's kind of in the zone right now. I'm not going to ruin it for all of you, or because all of you. Today, I thought I'd do a little tin opening for you while I wait for my chicken to cook. I went to the Seattle Pipe Club meeting last Wednesday and competed in the annual Northwest Regional Slow Smoke Contest. It was my 4th year that I competed there. I had my worst year of all 4 years. I went out at just over 29 minutes, which is my worst time in 4 consecutive years. Don't care though, it's worth it. It's really fun. I'd go if I knew I was gonna go out first. It's $40 plus your annual membership, and you get a pipe out of it and a little wood tamper if that's your thing, and you just get to hang out with some good people. And I've gone 4 years. I've placed in the top 5 2 of those years, and then the other 2 years I did really poorly. My 1st and 3rd year I did pretty good. My 2nd and 4th year I've not done well. Both of those years I've gone on around a half hour in. I think my 2nd year was 35, maybe 35 minutes. But it's a lot of fun. If you have one near you, or if you're near Seattle in the Northwest, I actually drive from south of Portland to go there, so it's like a 4-hour drive, but I just do it because I really enjoy it and I find the drive worth it for me to do. But if you have one near you, that's a recommendation today, is if you find a local sanctioned slow smoke contest, go enter it. Even if you find a non-sanctioned, like an informal one from a local pipe club, it's really fun. It's a lot of fun to do, and it'll make you better at pipe smoking the more you do it. So while I was there at the cigar lounge that Seattle Pipe Club meets in, they sell most of the club blends. Sometimes you get to try stuff there out for sample before it comes out for sale. Like last year, they were just about to release the Rainier Levant blend, and they had it there for us to sample, so I got to try that blend before they released it to the market, which was pretty cool. And this year. I didn't really sample anything. I bought a tin of Rainier Levant, and then I bought a tin of this Hood Canal, which I've heard some good things about, but I haven't tried yet. So it says it is a abundant Balkan mixture of Latakia, Turkish Orientals, luxury burleys, and Perique. I think it's a cake by the sound of the tin. So I thought I would, I wish these had dates on them, but they don't. I thought I would open it with you and do a little tasting. Gotta get underneath these things sometimes. Ooh, it's not a cake. It's flakes. I didn't really read about this before I bought it. So. Nice. It's one of my favorite cuts right there, just like plum pudding is. It's got a good, very good kind of calico sort of color to it. Tin note is pretty mellow. You can smell the Perique a bit, and you know the Latakia always comes through. But I find this with a lot of Seattle Pipe Club's blend. Joe, when he makes English blends and Balkan blends, he's like he tends to make like the Indian food of pipe tobacco, in my opinion. Like there's a lot, he puts a lot of flavors and a lot of ingredients into his blends, as opposed to, you know, some other blenders are, it's the same thing with beer. Like some people are like really simple, you know, I want a single malt, single hop IPA, and they just like that simplicity and capturing everything that comes from the 2 or 3 ingredients in it. And some people, you know, some brewers, as with some blenders, are kind of the like, well, what can we fit? Like, how much can we fit in this blend? And can we fit the kitchen sink too? And so I find Joe to be a blender like that. He tends to kind of be like a everything in the kitchen sink kind of blender. To great success, I might add. That is not a critique. It's something I like and appreciate about him. He makes complex, sophisticated blends that are good, and he's proven himself to have a track record that when he makes a blend, if it's really good, it's not a fluke. He knows how to make pleasant, good smoking tobaccos. So I'm gonna cut this video so I can crumble this up and load it and not waste a bunch of time having you watch me, and then I'll come back. All right, we're back. Load it up. Gonna smoke this in my Carl Eric Extravagant, one of his handmade models. I like this pipe a lot. Hmm. Trying to determine some flavors I can describe other than just like generic terms. Like so far it's very pleasant. It's much more mild than I expected from a Balkan blend, but that is kind of something Joe's pretty good at. It's really mellow on the charring light, and the relight comes back with a really spicy note. It's not like peppery. It's like it's almost like really strong cinnamon, where it starts to get a little hot. Like if you have too much cinnamon, if in your oatmeal or your cider or whatever, you dump too much in there. It's like kind of a cinnamon and a bit of a clove note. But not in like an aromatic way. Not like you would get from like a holiday spirit blend or something. It's aggressive, like to make it give it a hot, spicy note. I guess I should disclose I'm sitting like 15-20 feet from a smoker that's running, so I'm trying to avoid saying that it's woodsy and smoky, but it probably is. But I definitely have something biasing my palate not very far away. It doesn't taste like chicken though, so that's good. And it's nice. The spice kind of dies down after a minute. I think the Turkish Orientals are kind of the star here. I can detect the Perique and Latakia as additives for sure, but I'm sure the Burley serves some purpose, but it feels lost next to Latakia, Perique, and Turkish Oriental, which I don't mind because Burley's not like my most exciting leaf. I don't feel like it has a real robust flavor. It's kind of just I don't know. It was like the 2-row malt of tobacco blending. Given that it has some pretty aggressive ingredients in it, it's very pleasant to smoke. It's cool. It's not overly wet considering it's a tin that I just opened. And sometimes Seattle Pipe Club blends need a little bit of dry time. It is very wooded. It's got like trying to pin down a woodsy smell. I can say that it's like it's a little bit cedarish. Like if you've ever been in the redwoods or built a deck or burned a deck. Yeah. Cedary, that's what I would say. Boy, that's good, man. It's easily as sort of pleasant and easy to smoke as plum pudding, but it's not as rich and doesn't have the full, like the same full mouthfeel that plum pudding offers, which is obviously one of the things I really love about plum pudding, but it's also not the only thing I like in tobacco, so it's a nice change. It's like a light, refreshing, that doesn't make sense of the ingredients bill, but that's how it smokes. Yeah, the spice definitely dies out after a couple minutes. And it's a good blend, guys. I'd recommend that. It's the kind of blend I would smoke at camp at the end of like a long day's hunt. It's very campy. It's got a very approachable overall flavor. It's not going to require the sort of delicacy and tact of trying to get a really good smoke out of a Virginia blend. That's one of the things about English and Balkan blends that I like. I like recommending them to new pipe smokers because they have such, concrete flavors that you will get something good out of it, even if you're not a good pipe smoker. If you pack it kind of poorly, if you light it not very full, like don't get it lit all the way, if you smoke too fast or go out a lot and have to relight, you're still going to get good, distinctive, strong flavors out of English and Balkan blends. And so usually when I have like friends that are getting into pipe smoking, I don't steer them towards like Golden Slice or a Virginia with any other Virginia, or a straight Virginia or a Virginia Perique blend, because they're hard to smoke for people, and a lot of people just get like a bad, hot, tongue-biting, cigarette-tasting smoke out of them if you're not, I just think they take some experience and time and a commitment level. Like if you smoke some other blends that are a little more approachable, a little easier to deal with, to get you down the road a bit, to say, all right, I'm committed to being a pipe smoker and learning how to do this and become better at it, and I'm going to seek to grow my skill set in smoking a pipe. Once you made that commitment, then I'll say, all right, now we come into a straight Virginia or a Virginia Perique or even a more burley based blend, because burley has some of the same things as Virginias. And this would be really easy smoking blend for a new pipe smoker. That would be really enjoyable, even if you don't really know what you're doing yet. And the crumble cake that's cross-sliced like that, means when you rub it apart, you get little short flakes, not big ribbons. And it makes it easier to smoke, I think, in my opinion. And I love that about plum pudding as well, because it has the same cut as this. Like, you break it apart and you end up with small pieces that burn easy without a lot of effort, which means it stays lit really well. And then because of those little pieces of different flakes, I think you sometimes get a more dynamic smoke. Like, you smoke down the bowl, and instead of you might have in a ribbon cut, like, strings of a whole leaf that goes it could travel all the way to the bottom. It's always going to be burning, and that's got its own goodness about it. But having the little short cut flakes, you get a smoke that's really dynamic. The further you work down the bowl, it can change. Some part of it could go away. Maybe most of your Perique, like it kind of tastes like with this bowl, landed at the top of my bowl, and so it was really strong coming on, and then it's kind of died out a little bit. Get some interesting smokes out of this cut. All right, I'm taking too long. I always think I'm gonna make a shorter video, and every time I aim for sub 20 minutes, I just never make it. Sorry. Hood Canal, Seattle Pipe Club, distributed by Meyer and Dutch. Very good blend, another just top shelf recipe from Joe Lankford. So kudos and credit to him. He is a good blender. He makes really palatable, approachable, lovely blends. I don't think I've had a Seattle Pipe Club blend that I didn't think was something I would want to have in my cellar all the time to have access to. They're all real good. So I recommend all of them. Today I'm recommending this one, Hood Canal. Give it a try. If you had it, or if you think I'm an idiot about any of my flavor stuff I just said, feel free to comment below. If you tell me I'm an idiot, I might ignore you, but I don't really mind being told that either, so maybe not. Hope you guys have a good day. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Sunday afternoon until my chicken's done. It's at 121 degrees right now, meat temperature, so I got a little ways to go. Until next time. Grace, peace, and pipes.